pilot is dead after a small plane crash following takeoff from an airport in Martin County this afternoon. The crash happened just north of Naked Lady Ranch Airport in Palm City just before 3 p.m. Steve King joins us live from near the crash site with a look at the fiery aftermath of the crash. And Steve, you spoke with people who tried to save the pilot. What are they telling you?
Jay, that's right. We spoke with two of the people who jumped into action to try to save the pilot after the crash, and they say right now they're not sure how to feel. They're just trying to process what happened. The crash happened around 2:45 in the afternoon on Southwest Boat Ramp Avenue shortly after this small plane tried to take off from Naked Lady Ranch Airport about a mile away. People in the neighborhood say they heard sputtering and loud bangs coming from the plane. We heard from a couple witnesses who did not want to appear on camera. One of them says his son-in-law spotted the plane looking like it was going down.
He actually saw the plane coming along. He says I think that plane's going to crash.
That's when several people started running towards the plane to try to help.
You heard the sound of the crash. Wasn't loud, but it was a loud
crunchy sound.
Thud. You know, we got down here as quick as we could, try and get the guy out of the plane. And at that same time, the flames started.
They say they saw the pilot unconscious but moving a little, and they tried to get to him. They used fire extinguishers, but the flames just kept growing.
By that time, it can't do nothing more.
We were so
it's
close.
Just too hot.
Firefighters arrived a short time later, but the pilot had died. Investigators say the flames were so intense, only a couple tail numbers are still visible. The people who tried to save the pilot say they did not hesitate or think about their own safety. Eduardo Casillas burned his arm trying to save the pilot.
What you're supposed to do, aren't you? You know?
Yeah.
See somebody in need?
We were more concerned about getting the guy out of the plane. I didn't really want him to die in that plane.
Yeah, that's basically it right there. You don't think about stuff like that, you know? You just want to save them, get them out.
Now, federal investigators will work to determine what caused the plane to crash.
FAA and NTSB will come back and investigate what took place in the aircraft. Why did that aircraft come out of the sky? And NTSB investigators will be out here tomorrow at some point in order to, again, try to work to determine the cause of the crash. As of right now, the pilot has still not been identified. Reporting live in Palm City, Steve King, WPBF 25 News.